Liverpool prepare to strike the blow of the year for Barcelona. Manchester City have never been a club to stand in the way of players who want to leave, and that's why they want to let Bernardo Silva leave this summer. If he leaves, he will be greatly missed by the Premier League champions. He has been a key part of Pep Guardiola's success at Manchester in recent years. Most reports have implied that Silva is ready to join Barcelona this summer, despite the Catalan club's documented financial problems. Barcelona are said to be willing to spend €80 million for Silva, who celebrates his 28th birthday today. But the Spanish giants could compete with a surprise potential suitor for the transfer of Bernardo Silva. According to the news in Fitches, Liverpool and PSG are preparing to rival Barcelona in pursuit of the Portuguese national team. The Premier League will be rocked if Liverpool somehow makes a deal to sign Bernardo Silva. Silva scored 8 goals and provided 4 assists in the Premier League last season, making it an add-on to Liverpool midfield that could offer much-needed goal contributions. Its versatility is highly appreciated by Jürgen Klopp. He is a name that will strengthen not only Liverpool's midfield, but also their attack. The 28-year-old player can play on the right wing from time to time. Considering that Mohamed Salah has almost no backup in the team, it would be an excellent alternative to rotate that region. Silva will be a dream signing for Liverpool this summer. He could end a lot of problems currently identifiable in the Liverpool squad. The Portuguese player is a perfect fit to add offensive richness to Liverpool's midfield. It will be a point-and-shoot transfer, given that many players are already injured and the current player's contribution to the attack. Bernardo Silva is a name that has proven himself with his pace, playing in multiple roles and winning the championship with City. It is obvious that Liverpool will not have a lack of motivation as their goals are the same. But would City approve this transfer to its biggest championship rivals, Liverpool? We will see this together. Klopp can now bring eligible Chelsea player to Liverpool. Earlier this summer, the signing of Christian Pulisic from Chelsea to Liverpool was touted as a possibility. The transfer of the American player from Stamford Bridge to Anfield was discussed before. But as Liverpool and Chelsea are fierce rivals in the Premier League, these transfer news never seemed realistic. Reds were touted as a potential target for the former Borussia Dortmund attacker even in June. And with a few weeks into the transfer window, Liverpool's shocking late move should not be overlooked. Journalist Dean Jones on Tuesday revealed that Chelsea winger Thomas Tuchel is unhappy with his dominance of West London and may leave the team before September. And from the Liverpool side, although Mane and Takumi Minamino were gone, a winger was not included in the squad. When it comes to wide options, the Merseysiders are actually weaker than last season, and that probably can't be a good thing. It would be fair to say that Klopp is a big fan of Pulisic and that the German coach had good relations with Pulisic while coaching Borussia Dortmund. Londoners may still be reluctant to bolster an opponent, but it could be realistic if they are relying on money from Pulisic to bolster their own roster. There has been a change in Chelsea management in the past months and the club's new owner is Todd Boehly. Boehly has wanted to keep good bilateral relations with Premier League clubs since arriving, and he shared this with other clubs at a banquet last week. Considering the existence of the management which does not look at the exchange of players between the clubs, this type of transfer is possible. Chelsea has already shown the biggest example of this by acquiring Sterling from Manchester City this season. It wouldn't be surprising if Pulisic was also transferred to Liverpool. Julian Ward has prepared £60 million trade plan to bring Inter star to Liverpool. Liverpool are reportedly ready to test their determination to keep Nicolo Barella in the team by making a big offer for the Inter Milan midfielder. The Reds are struggling in the midfield after Thiago Alcantara's injury. The hamstring strain he experienced during the Fulham game will probably rule him out for at least 6 weeks. Liverpool are therefore tied in a move of around £45 million for Sporting Lisbon's player Matheus Nunez. Another option is Inter midfielder Marcelo Brozovic, a longtime fan of Jürgen Klopp. The latest report is that a potential trade deal with Inter involving one of the two Red Stars is under discussion. But the Croatian star is also 29 years old and could be a signing for the medium term at best. News in Italy suggests that the alleged interest in Brozovic is a smokescreen for Barella. The 25-year-old actor is known to be fascinated by Jürgen Klopp and is someone he would like to have in his ranks. The Reds boss reportedly sees Barella as the ideal long-term player who, like Gini Wijnaldum, can bring a tireless energy to the midfield. This is something Liverpool was surprisingly lacking during the draw at Fulham. However, it appears that the transfer will not be easy, as Inter have slashed the 39-time national Italian midfielder with a £75 million price tag. However, it is said that Liverpool will knock on Inter's door with a different deal. Inter is currently in financial trouble and is looking to raise money this summer. There is interest in some players like Milan Skriniar and Denzel Dumfries. Simone Inzaghi wanted these two names to stay in his staff and reported it to the management. Tev Rubali is in favour of keeping Barella, but these two are willing to lose one player rather than lose two. That's why Red Sporting Director Julian is reportedly considering an offer worth around £60 million to sign him. Ward could include Naby Keita as part of a price cut deal for the Reds. Guinea's deal at Anfield is only a year away, and he has not been able to justify the huge price Liverpool paid for him. Inter is also keen on Roberto Firmino, but Klopp is reluctant to let him go. But for Keita, the move to San Siro would at least provide a similar substitute for Inzaghi. Assessing the possibility of Liverpool's deal for Barella, trusted journalist Fabrizio Romano admitted that Liverpool likes him. Klopp has found the solution to the Thiago Alcantara problem that Darwin Nunez would love. There was not a long time ago when it seemed almost illegal for Naby Keita and Thiago Alcantara to be on the same pitch for Liverpool. Going into April, they had only shared grass 4 times at the same time before. In 2020 to 2021, they played a total of 95 minutes against Chelsea and then Newcastle, Burnley and Inter Milan. That changed towards the end of last season when they started 6 games side by side, especially with victories over Manchester City and Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-finals and finals, and in the Champions League at Benfica and Villarreal. But for Jürgen Klopp it has often been one or the other. And with Thiago now facing a long injury on the sidelines with a hamstring strain, it's time for Keita to take charge as the creative force in the Liverpool engine room. Of course, the 27-year-old was absent due to illness, both in the last pre-season friendlies against Strasbourg and at Fulham at the Premier League opening last weekend. However, Klopp expects the Guinean star to return to the team on Monday. With Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain also absent due to prolonged injuries, Keita has a chance to become a major figure in the coming weeks. Indeed, Keita's cameo role in Community Shield where he helped kick off the 3rd goal was a sign that he could contribute throughout his busy pre-season schedule. Keita's relationship with Darwin Nunez should not be overlooked either. Keita created a series of chances for the Uruguayan star during the short time he shared the pitch. More than the traditional number 9, Nunez looks like he'll start in the starting lineup against Palace after scoring goals in consecutive benches. And that's a development that will make Keita happy as he is a striker he would like to play. Harvey Elliott is another creative engine room option available to Klopp. In the Fulham match, he was later included in the game and it was seen that they were better organised with Mohamed Salah and showed his talent on the field. In the absence of Thiago, Klopp is expected to find a solution within the team until the transfer move comes.